everybody, this is Dave Nassi over here at Next Level Guitar. I'm putting my pedals to rest and getting ready to show you a great inspired by lesson today of classic guitar playing, or of a classic guitar player. I have a little bit of a verbal problem today, but my point will be made. So this is arguably one of the most influential guitar players of all time, and we're really going to be centered around tone. So I'm working with a small amp today, so please forgive me for some of those people out there, because this is such a very tone generated sound, right? And we're going to work out of E minor pentatonic, and there's so much I want to cover. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Hey everybody, please do me the biggest favor of all. All you got to do is click on this link that you see below in that YouTube text box. You knew I was going to say it. It's full of so much good information, and all you got to do is click on that link. What will you get? You're going to get a free ebook. You're going to get a lesson that is not available on YouTube. That coinciding ebook, great scale shapes, chord diagrams, all the info that you need. You know it, and all you got to do is just click that link. So the first riff that I was doing at the top to kind of establish the feel here is really just driving and based out of an E minor pentatonic riff in this position. This is your third form of the pentatonic. So what's cool about this is I can get that real, and I'm using some of the passing notes that you can see in there, you know, passing referring to the fact that the notes are happening quickly but almost gracing into the next note or approaching into the next note. And I could, you know, get into the explanation of whether it's a blue note and all this kind of stuff. This one actually isn't, comes from somewhere else, but we're just making a feel happen and a sound happen by our favorite guitar player. And you get a lot of this pivoting. You know, and right there you're just going to have a cool sound right out of the gate, and you get that real big E chord that you can put over the top of it. And this is a really unique way to form the E, so take a look over here. I stole this from, where did I steal this from? This is definitely a British version of how to do an E, more of a, it's kind of, you would replace an E major or an E minor, to be completely honest with you. What I did is I took one of the notes out of it, took out that third, and I'm just doubling the fifth with my pinky, so I can ring them all together. This big rock with a Marshall stack if you have it, or any other fine sense of amplification, because they're all wonderful. You just gotta keep that even. Yeah, there we go. We got that big strumming. We're gonna do a pattern of 6 notes. And we're going to do this pattern of 6 notes a few different ways. So the first way that we're going to do this is we're going to go like this. So to reference it, so you believe me that it sounds like the person. That's going to be our lick that we're going to do right now. So what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to the next string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Big finale there, big bend. And I changed my fingering as I went through that. What I had there, just easier for me if I use A with my middle finger. You can use your third finger. When I get over here though, I don't really prefer that kind of movement. I like this movement a little bit more for myself. It's easier for me. So I have... That's a cool pattern of 6. That's a cool pattern of 6, Dave, when you play it the right way. All right. Now, what if I want to incorporate maybe another form of pentatonic, and I like that pattern, I want to keep it going, So I'm going to think of this scale shape. And I'm going to start it on my low string. Now check it out. I'm going to go... That's a different way to play 6 notes. Pretty cool. We have 1, 4, 5, 6. Now I can take that and I can can do that up here too. That's cool. That's slightly different than we did it before. Check it out. Here's this version of 6. Here's this version of 6. All of it is slightly different. But they're great licks, and it's a cool way to ramp up an idea when you get going. So if I want to carry it from this form of pentatonic, I'm going to mix a few things together. I've got this one. Now I need to get from here to here. Well, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got my equal transition. That's cool. From there, then, it leads me right into... So we're combining 3 different ways to play 6 groups of notes within the pentatonic. To me, that's like, call it a day. That, to me, that's like the coolest thing ever. And I could spend hours working on that because it's fascinating to me how people can visually see that on the guitar and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to spin it this way. I myself, until I studied this guitar player when I was younger, would have never thought of it. That's just the way I think. That's just my style. So within this now I have... really cool lick in the style of, and we're rocking. We're ramping ourselves up there, and we got a nice crazy bend. Well, what if I get to this bend and I want to do something different? I want to go like this. Now, I will admittedly say this guitar player is the only person that ever made that sound cool to me. So what I have here is I have... So the origin of this lick, we can explain its lineage, but let's get down to it. We have down, down, up, right? Which is a cool lick all unto itself. You put a little bit of wah-wah on that and you filter it. I'm just going really slow. Watch it. Tilt it back. Going forward slowly. Get the hands one time. Down, down, up, down, down, up. That's a great sounding lick. Now I can take this down, down, up this time, downstroke to do a hammer-on pull-off. Alright, so we've accomplished a pretty cool amount of them so far, and we are not finished. We're going to keep going. So far, slowly, I'm going to just kind of recap the ideas. Within that area, we can spin it a little bit more. We can try bending this first note here just a little bit. And it's kind of subtle enough to really have a nice feel to it. Very cool. So that translates to a lot of positions of pentatonic and has a really nice sound. And we're going to go ahead and show this up on the higher strings here. And within that, it's all about that real wild, long vibrato. Just getting that real searing kind of a sound that sometimes comes out of this kind of a bend. That's a fun one to play. What I'm doing there is I have an upstroke, pull off with a downstroke, D to B, then that quick bend. So we're getting some great licks in the style of this guitar player and really establishing a nice flow within our playing. This video, I wanted to cram as much as I could into it, but each one of these, you don't have to inundate yourself and feel like you got to get them all. Take one and work at it for a little while and just really experiment with it in different places. That's all that matters. Thank you so much for checking out the lesson. I appreciate it. Inspired by, very much so. I will see you next time, nextlevelguitar.com. Thank you very much. What do you think, Miles? Are you digging it? I think you're digging it. You want to help me out? You want to strum? All right, Miles approves, so I think we're doing all right. You know what? Yes, just hang out with me, Miles. All my videos are better when you're here. See? There we go. It's a family program over here. It's a family program, and every good hero has his own mascot.